Alrighty, hey guys, what's up? It's me, Priscilla, and we are back today with another tutorial on Adrien from the show Miraculous Ladybug. I binge watched the whole season within, the whole show within 3 days. So I'm absolutely obsessed. It's great. It's awesome. So let's go ahead and draw Adrien because he's adorable and I'm in love with him, other than Nathaniel. So, but who am I kidding? Everybody's in love with Adrien and Chat Noir. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, once again, we're going to go ahead and start with drawing the basic shape of his face. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go make the forehead line, make a little dent, giving a little bit of space, making a little bit of space going inwards in the line, go out this way, and then bring it up, and then connect from over here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and make this line that marks the middle of his face. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make the eye line. We're just sketching out some guidelines and everything, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and draw out one eye. So let's start with this eye over here. So Adrien's eyes are pretty simple, so we just bring it upwards, bring this down, then we're going to go underneath, just like this. So we go round up, a little bit over here, go underneath here, and connect. And then after this eye, what you're going to do is you're going to jump over here, bring this corner of this eye all the way to the side. We're going to round it off and back in. Because we're seeing more this side of his face as opposed to this side over here. Now what you're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and sketch out his nose. So the ridge of his nose starts up here. And what you're going to do is bring this down, come to the corner of his eye, go downwards just a little bit, bring it down. And then for right now, I'm just going to make a circle so we have the general area of where his nose needs to be. Now after that, up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out one eyebrow over here. So you're going to make like a little bit of a boxy corner like this. And you're going to bring out his eyebrow all the way to his forehead. And you're going to come over here just a little bit above this eye. And then what you want to do is you kind of want to curve it upward just because this is in a modeling pose that we usually see Adrien in. So his eyebrows are kind of going upwards. Then what I want to do after his eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and give him his pupil irises. So we're going to jump to the corner of his eye. We're going to have a little bit of a space in this side of his eye. You're going to come down to the bottom, but once again it's going to look like a rising sunset where it's not a full circle, but it is being cut off. And you're going to come to the corner of his eye. And you're going to leave a little bit of space down here in the corner of this part. You want to make sure you keep that nice and round. Nice and round. And then I'm just going to go ahead and jump inside and give him his pupil. And I'm going to give a little bit of shine into his eye. Fill this in. Jump back over here, fill this in. And I'm going to give a little bit of shine over here. I'm going to color this in because he has bright green eyes. Next, what you're going to do is Adrien doesn't have eyelashes, but he has a thick upper eyelash line. So if you get him a nice thick line on top of his eye, and barely just a little bit dark down here. Back over here and bring down this one. Darken that eyelash line, then I'm going to darken the bottom of this eye line. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and give him a little bit of an eyelid right above this eye. Jump over here and we're going to give him a little bit of an eyelid off the side of this eye. Then what you're going to do for his nose, so we have this straight line, starts over here, and straight off to this side. You're going to go ahead and bring it out this way, make it a nice round. Then you're going to jump off to the side just a little bit, give him his nostril, and then the side of his nose. And then you're just going to come over here and give another little indication that he has his nostril on this side of his nose. As I'm going to go underneath his nose. Underneath his nose. Start that adorable little smirk and bring it all the way up this way. And then I'm just going to go underneath this lip line and give a little indication of this, the bottom of his bottom lip line. Alright, so let's shape up his face to look a little bit more like Adrien. So what I'd like to do is I want to keep this part, go upward just a bit. Bring this, we're going to keep this part, go outward just a bit. Bring this down and give a little bit more point, roundabout point to his chin. So bring it upwards. He's got a nice sharp cheekbone right here. Bring this up. And I'm just going to go ahead and close this off for right now. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to come over here. Right above this line, this is where his ear should start. Bring up this line. Jump inside of his ear, give him one little ear line, another little ear line, which is like an upside down question mark. And most importantly, let's go ahead and do his wonderful, gorgeous hair. So this is the middle of the face that we've decided. So what I'd like to do is I want to go ahead and mark off this area for this side of his hair, and then I'd like to bring off the rest of his hair going off to the side, all the way that way. Now, for this part of his part, I'm going to bring it downwards. So I round it off this way, bring it in, and then I'm going to bring this down, bring this out. I'm going to bring this down this way, bring out this side, and then this side back here. Now this is, we're just sketching out where we would think it would be. And then from building up back behind here, I'm going to bring this off to the side, bring this down, and we're just going to curve it upward for right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and start dividing up his hair a little bit more. So we have one strand that's kind of peeking through behind this lock. And then we're going to go ahead and keep breaking up this part, but let's start with the top of the part. So we have a section going this way, going this way. So we start with this one, the bottom of it is right here. Then we have another strand right here. And we're gonna follow along this side with that as well. And then this strand goes up and tucks into here. Then we have another one coming off this side. Bring this one down and then this one down. And we have this one that's hiding over here. And this one's hiding over here, and then we have one back behind here. And then we have this whole section that's behind his ear. And then we have one strand that's coming down in front of his ear. So after that, let's go ahead and go underneath. And we have this strand, and building on top of that, we have another strand. And building on top of that, we have another strand over here that's going back up into his part. And this part is just going to be hiding back here because eventually we're going to draw his arm like it's being tucked behind his head. So up here we have this, we have a little bit of a strand, another little strand here. We have a piece going back this way, a piece going this way, and then this way. And I'm going to flip this upward instead, just a little bit more. And we want to make sure that the part areas are actually going in the direction that the main strands that they're connected to are headed that way. So before we draw the rest of this hair that's tucked behind his head, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give him a neck. So from this part right here, what we're going to do is you're going to bring down this side, bring it off to the side just a little bit here, and then we're going to go underneath his chin, bring down the other side of his neck, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come back behind here, bring this inward, give a little bit of a V-neck to his shirt, and then you're just going to come up and we're going to connect for right now, and then we're going to go back behind his face, behind his head. You're going to bring this out, the collar of his shirt, bring this down, and you're going to curve out this way and this way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back behind here with the collar of his shirt, bring this in, and curve inwards. And I'm going to bring down his shoulder. You want to connect with this actual part of his shoulder, like I was just not about to do. And then what I'm going to do from back here, with the rest of his collar matching up, I'm going to go right where his chin is, bring this down, so that matches up with the collar. Now I can jump back here and give him the rest of the pieces of his hair that is hiding back here. I'm going to jump inside right here, bring this down, bring it inward, and then I'm going to jump back to the collar, bring this out, give a little bit of a flap to his shirt where his button, if I made a line, that's where the button would go. Then we're just going to bring that down. I'd like to start back here first, and we're just going to sketch out where his arm's going to be. So I'm going to start at the collar first, bring this down, and I'm going to make a little bit of a mark right here. Then I'm going to jump back down to his shirt. So this part of his shirt is going to go in and then this way. So it goes in that way And then I'm gonna jump from his armpit, go up, and connect to that part. And then from this part, it's gonna go inwards. Bring this down. We're gonna curve this line. Then from right here, underneath the line, you're gonna keep matching up with his shirt. Bring this that way. And then we're gonna make a hard turn this way. And you're gonna go back. And then what you're gonna do, instead of making a line going this way, you're actually going to go inward. And you're gonna curve this inward. And then bring it all the way back into his forehead. And you're gonna make this a little bit, bring it in just a little bit more. Make sure this is nice and curved so it looks like an arm. So his clothing just doesn't look like this. We're gonna give it a couple of ruffles. So here we're gonna go up, bring it down, up, bring it down, and then bring it down. Bring this up just a bit. Bring it in. Just a little bit of clothing. And of course, if we bring this in, if we bring that down, here's his other arm. Alright, so let's shade some things up a little bit, just to give it a little bit more character. The inside of his collar, he is wearing a white shirt, but the inside of his collar is getting a lot of shadow on it, as well as inside of this side of his collar. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Now we have a lot of shadow going on inside underneath his shirt. And a lot of shadow going alongside and down. And back behind each fold of his shirt, you want to give a little bit of a shadow. Go underneath here as well. I'm going to round out his elbow just a little bit more, not to make it look too pointy. And of course, I'm going to go back behind here, behind his hair, and give a little bit of shadow on his arm. And a lot of shadow back here. And his shirt is all black. It's not all black. He actually has like 3 stripes, but since I don't see that, we can go ahead and give him those 3 divided stripes, which are like orange, yellow, and green. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in the rest of his shirt. I'm going to go back behind this collar and shade it in just a bit. And I'm going to shade in this part. Keep that line just to show that there is the other side of his arm. Darken underneath right here. Make sure you just give him a little bit of an Adam's apple underneath. I'm going to go in and erase the guidelines to his his head that's underneath his hair because it just looks a little bit weird. Let's go ahead and give him a little bit of shading underneath his nose. Trace these guidelines as well. So I'm just gonna give him a little bit of dimples right here and right here as well. Back behind his ear and shade in these parts of his hair. Make sure, once again, he does have blonde hair, but if you want to go ahead and just give a little bit of shading going on. So when you make the parts, you want to start nice and dark at the parts of his hair. And towards the bottom of each lock of his hair, you want to go ahead and give that a little darker. And there you guys go. There's a fun little doodle on how to draw Adrien from Miraculous Ladybug. If you guys have not seen the show yet, then I really suggest that you guys do. If you guys have seen the show and watched it all just like I have, what do you guys think of it? I absolutely love it and I can't wait for season 2. I wish I wouldn't have gone through it so fast because that means I actually have to sit around and wait for season 2. But yes guys, I hope you have a wonderful day and this inspires you guys to doodle. I'll see you all later. Bye! Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by Dramatic Parrot today. Make sure you click on that subscribe button, and hey, if you like this video today, make sure you hit that like button as well. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all the fun stuff, and like my Facebook page. And if you haven't seen it already, I have started a VloggityVlogVlog channel on WunderlandGurl. So make sure you go ahead and check that out and subscribe to that channel as well. Other than that, I will see y'all later. Bye!